Yes, guys, we are back and we're doing the Prem predictions for the 2022 to 2023 season. So you know what's coming. Bournemouth in 20th place, obviously. They've signed absolutely nobody. They've signed absolutely nobody apart from that Senesi and Joe Rothwell and Ryan Fredericks. But that's just not going to help them, is it? I've gone for Fulham because they're a yo-yo club. Them and Norwich, prime yo-yo clubs. So I just don't see them staying up. But they did look very well, very good against Liverpool on the weekend. 2-2. Mitrovic looked on it, so they could well stay up. And Southampton could go down, who I've got in 17th. But in 18th, we have got Everton. Now, I really don't think Frank Lampard is a very good manager. Richarlison is gone. They've got DCL out for a couple of weeks. I know they did bring in Connor Cody and that Onana dude. They've got Dwight McNeil as well to improve the midfield and the defence. But I do think no striker. Richie's gone. DCL's out for the first couple of match weeks, I think. They're not going to be able to score. Anthony Gordon playing up front, he's not going to be able to do anything. And who else got? Rondon. So yeah, I just think they are going down. Unless they bring in a striker right now. Because they won't score much goals. Against Chelsea, they looked a bit toothless up front. They looked a bit blunt. So yeah, we've gone with relegation zone 20th Bournemouth, 19th Fulham, or it could be Southampton going down because Fulham look good, and 18th Everton, and in 17th I've gone for Southampton, as I just said. Uh, their end to last season was absolutely woeful. I think from January their form would have made them go down. So yeah, no momentum coming into the season. They just lost 4-1 against Spurs, where they got absolutely destroyed. I mean, Bazunu a championship goalkeeper. Aribo looks like a good signing, but obviously they got to play him because he was a beast for Rangers last season. But yeah, I do think they could go down because Fulham looked good on the weekend. So we'll go. Actually, we'll go Southampton in 19th and then Fulham in 17th. Yeah, we'll do that. And in 16th, I've gone with Leeds because I do think they have got they made some good signings, and they won on the weekend against Leeds. Patrick Bamford's back. I know they did lose Phillips and Rafinha, but I think they've got some good replacements. And Rocker, uh, what's his name, Tyler Adams. They also signed Aronson, who played well the weekend, and they've got Sinistera, who was very good for PSV last season, both in the Conference League and in the Eredivisie. So I do think they will stay up. However, the reason I've not put them higher is Jesse March is not really proven in the Premier League as a manager. So yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy one. 15th, I've gone for Forest because they've made some very good signings. Jesse Lingard, they've kept Brennan Johnson and they've signed Taiwo and Anwani, whatever his name is. Dean Henderson's a good goalkeeper and all, but they did lose Garner and what's his face, Jed Spence, who's gone to Spurs, obviously. So I think they could be big misses, but they've replaced them well with Nico Williams and Jesse Lingard. So yeah, I do think they'll do all right. But against Newcastle on the weekend, their corner tactic was woeful. It was woeful, wasn't it? And they just didn't look. They didn't create any opportunities really. So I've gone with them in 15th. 14th, I've gone with Brentford simply because of Ivan Toney. They've got to keep him fit. They've lost Ericsson, but they've got Ivan Toney. They've got Mbuemo. They brought Keane Lewis Potter, and they've finally got a right back in Aaron Hickey. Ben Mee at the back and all. So yeah, and they've got Thomas Frank is a brilliant manager. He is such a good manager. Shown last season with how good Brentford did. Everyone tipped them to go down, including myself. But they did really well. Ivan Toney, Bags, and Rico Henry's good on the left and all. They've got a good goalkeeper in David Raya, and they've got a great manager. So I do think they'll stay up comfortably. 13th, I've gone Wolves. They might slip under that, since losing Connor Cody. I can't believe they've sold Connor Cody. Well, it's gone on loan any, but yeah, but I feel like players like Jose Sarr, Pedro Neto, Ruben Neves, Jimenez when he's back, and also Goncalo Guedes, like they're just very good players. So I feel like they will stay up eventually. Eventually, what a knobhead. They will stay up. And I do think Bruno Lage is a good manager, but they need to start scoring more goals. They're such a defensively team. And yeah, so I've gone with them in 13th, but they could go under. 12th, I've gone with Brighton. Against Man United on the weekend, they played very well, 2-1. Pascal Gross, man of the match for me. What a performance, what a player. Leandro Trossard played well and all. Danny Welbeck also terrorised Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire. Probably should have won a penalty. But yeah, I've gone with the players like Undav coming in from Union Saint-Gilloise. Fucking hell. Yeah, players like that, they will make a difference, but they haven't really signed anyone, have they? They've also lost Basuma and Cucurella, but it didn't seem to faze them the weekend. And they've got Tariq Lamptey coming back, so I do think they'll do well, so I'll go 12th for Brighton. In 11th place, we've gone with Palace. I mean, just because of how good their squad is, really. Their attacking options, Eze, Edouard, Elise, Zaha, even Jean-Philippe Mateta. And they've also got, I think Vieira is a good manager. I do think he'll do well. So we've gone with Palace in 11th. 10th place, I've gone with Villa. Obviously, I want to see them lower, but after the start of the weekend, I do think they could go lower, to be honest. 2-0 to Bournemouth, and they looked terrible. They looked very terrible. I mean, Steven Gerrard, he's got the same win percentage as Gary Neville did at Valencia, so it's not looking good for him. What is it? 2 wins in 12, including last season now. And Kamara and Carlos, great signings. Also, Felipe Coutinho on a permanent. But the question is, can they get Watkins and Ings to start scoring? Because Watkins missed a lot of chances last season. He could have had 15 plus goals if he known how to finish his dinner, really. And yeah, so I've gone with Villa in 10th. 9th, I've gone with Leicester. But I do think they could go lower than that. Simply because they've not signed anyone, have they? I mean, they could have got Ademola Lookman last season, because he had an option to buy for about 10 million and he played very well for him. They didn't cash in on it for some reason. Schmeichel's left. Tielemans looks to be leaving. And they've only got Maddison, Vardy and Fofana. They're left now. They're very good players. And I think Chelsea are after Fofana still, I think, for about 80 million. They need to start signing some players, but I do think players like James Maddison, Vardy, fucking Fofana, there he is. Wesley Fofana. Ricardo Pereira. I mean, even though he's out for half the season now. They will carry them. Throughout the season. James Maddison, again, he played very well on the weekend for them. Same with Jamie Vardy. So, I do think they'll stay up in 9th. Obviously, they're going to stay up in 9th. You absolute tosser. But anyway, in 8th, I've gone for Newcastle, who I do think could be 7th or 6th even. I think it's interchangeable between them, West Ham and United, because United were woeful the weekend, but we'll get on to that later. Newcastle, Botman, great defensive option. Nick Pope, he's a great goalkeeper, we know. But the question is, do they need to sign a striker? However, Callum Wilson, brilliant goal on the weekend. Fabian Schär, oh, what a goal. Joe Linton, the mastermind again. Alan St. Maximin as well. I mean, he's always going to be a good player, isn't he? I do think they need to sign a right winger to get rid of Almiron as well, because I don't know if he's Premier League quality, to be honest. But yeah, I do think Newcastle will finish 8th comfortably. Could be 7th or 6th. So you know. And in 7th I've gone West Ham. Scamacca, Aguerd. I think they want another centre back and all. And Bowen stays. It's very, very good for them. They finally found a striker after God knows how long. And Gianluca Scamacca. I've not seen much of him, but he played the weekend against City. And I don't know really what to make of him, because you can't get anywhere near the ball versus City, can you? They're just that much a level above, and they weren't even at 100% City, and they were just so good. But I do think West Ham will do well this season. I think they could go on and win the Conference League, to be honest. But I've got them in 7th again, which qualifies them for the Conference League. In 6th, obviously, Man United. I mean, Lisandro Martinez, Eriksen and Malacia, they need more, to be honest. Erik ten Hag is a good manager, but they need more signings. I think they've been linked with Rabiot and Arnautovic. I don't know why they'd go for Arnautovic. He's 33. And same with Rabiot. He's not better than anything that they've got at the moment, I don't think. Well, he's better than Scott McTominay, but you know, anyone is, to be honest. But players like Martial and Rashford, they could be their redemption season. And also, Sancho, we didn't see much of him last season, but he got better as the season went on, didn't he? So yeah, Eric Ten Hag, good manager. I mean, all depends if they keep holding Ronaldo, which is coming increasingly likely. So yeah, I've gone with Man United in sixth. In fifth, I've gone well for Chelsea, but they could finish top four because players like Koulibaly, Sterling, Cucurella now. That's not got a striker like that, and they've just let go of Timo Werner. So hopefully they do sign a striker now. Because if they do sign a striker, I think they will get top four. So yeah, I've gone with Chelsea with fifth. Got players like Armando Broja. Broja could play there, Broja, but he scored about 6 goals with Southampton last season, so I don't know if he's ready yet. I don't think they should loan him out though. I do think that they should keep him on the bench, impact sub. So Chelsea in fifth. Fourth, I've gone with Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus. There you go. He will score between 15 and 20 goals a season. He is that good. I don't know why people didn't rate him when he was at City. He was a very good player. He scored 4 goals in one game last season. Was it 5? I can't remember. When they played Watford, I think it was. And absolutely battered them. Players like Zinchenko as well. Great player. I don't understand why he's not rated higher. Also, that Fabio Vieira. He could be a good signing. Well, obviously, he's going to be a good signing for Arsenal. Saliba returns. He played very well on the weekend. They've still got Tommy has to come back from injury. And yeah, they've also been linked with Cody Gakpo, haven't they? He's a very good player. So in there, we've gone with Arsenal getting top four in fourth. Third place, I've gone with Spurs. I mean, that front three of Kane, Kulusevski, is Son. And they've even added Richarlison to that now. I mean, it's the best front three in the league. Second best. We'll go with second best behind Man City. But they've just made such good signings, Basuma, Jed Spence, Perisic, Longley on loan, centre back depth. And yeah, they just looked very good against Southampton. Started the game off a bit dull, but they grew into it and they won 4-1. Kulusevski with a standout performance. And I did have Kane captain in my fucking FPL, but we won't talk about that. But I do think for the top four, it's all between Chelsea, Spurs, and Arsenal. It's that three-way race, and only two of them can get it. I have gone with Spurs and Arsenal, but if Chelsea sign a striker, they are more than within a chance. In second, Liverpool. Obviously, I've gone Man City to win the league. They are just that good. Liverpool, I feel like Mane will be a big miss to them, but I don't know, to be honest. If Salah or Van Dijk gets injured, mate, they could be finished. They could be finished because they've not got really anyone to replace him, have they? Luis Diaz looked good. Nunes looked good, but, his goals were a bit dodgy, weren't they, at the weekend? So, I don't know about that. But anyway, so yeah, we've gone with Liverpool in second. First, there you go. Man City, Haaland, what a player. He's just so explosive, isn't he? Obviously, they missed out on Cucurella, but they've got Julian Alvarez, who's also a great player. And Calvin Phillips, great depth. They're just that good, and I don't see anyone being able to pip them to the pole. But here we go. We'll move on to the top goal scorer, player of the year, young player of the year, and signing of the year, Carabao Cup and the FA Cup for more predictions. Top goal scorer, I've gone with Harry Kane. Player of the year, I've also gone with Harry Kane because in that front three, he can drop deep, he can be a playmaker, and he can be a finisher. But he's not got that reliability on him this season because he's got Kulusevski and Son around him, so he could do what he likes. But yeah, he's just that good. I do think he's very good. Player of the year, I've gone with him as well. Young player of the year, I have gone with Kulusevski. After his performance on the weekend, he's just such a good player, isn't he? Gimme a ginger from Sweden. Do you know what I mean? But players like Foden, Trent could also be within the shout, but I've gone with Kulusevski. Signing of the year, I think it'll be Gabriel Jesus or Haaland. Either or. But I feel like Jesus, he's just that striker that Arsenal have been crying out for since Aubameyang left. Because, Lacazette, he's getting on a bit, weren't he? And he's gone back to Lyon. So, Gabriel Jesus is such a good signing for them. And, yeah, that's all you got to say, really. Carabao Cup, I have gone with West Ham. I do think they will win the Summit this year. I've also gone with Spurs winning the trophy in the FA Cup. So, I do think the Carabao Cup could be West Ham or Newcastle, something like that, but probably Man City. But, I just want to be different. And the FA Cup, I've gone with Spurs because it's just been that long. I think they deserve it now. The fans deserve it. So I've gone with the FA Cup going to Spurs. But anyway, that is the end of the video. I will see you lot next time. Peace, love, techers.